Here we go. Rush back from the winner's circle. Phil, that was another great moto, that MX1, all changing at the end there for third position, and now we're back to this RFX 125 class. And if the first race is anything to go by, there's some quality racing about to unfold, and a little bit of needle.
Yeah, so we got the impression that Charlie Richmond wasn't a happy bunny at the end of that one, and there was apparently a little bit of afters, and but we didn't feel that there was anything wrong with that. If he'd have pulled that move on me, I wouldn't have been falling out with him, but I can understand why he was not a happy bunny.
He wants to win.
He does, so it's the RFX 125 Moto 2 then. It was stock from Richmond from Stat, with Lucas Moncrief 4th and Harry Lee 5th. There's a 15-second board goes, and now the 5 seconds is up. Away they go. Somebody was stuck in the gate there.
Well, that was Moncrief, went a little bit early and managed to pull it back in time. He's easy to spot because he's in all white kit. He's
Waggett down the inside, Jeff. Waggett took the whole shot there, I think.
Yeah, Drew Stock. Yeah, Waggett, Stock, Richmond, Harry Lee.
Usual suspects at the front then.
You can see it's
Hayden Stat. Yeah, we've had some rain between races, so look at them massive bumps there.
Starting to come down now. So that was Moncrief there in 5th because he's
changing the leader. Waggett's gone back to 2nd. Stock's just nailed past him there. So our first race winner already at the front. So he's going to set the pace as they bring this first of our RFX 125 motos round for the first lap down Prox Alley.
I could see this being the old bus scenario. You wait ages for one,
and then two come at once. Let's not speak too prematurely. There's a lot of racing left to do. And Ryan Waggett took the whole shot, but he's already been demoted to 2nd place. So it is the 418, our first race winner, Drew Stock. You saw the shout out there to one of his sponsors, Reeford's Transport, company that's local to him, and guys that I've raced with many times. And they had a wheel bearing go on their truck on the way back from the
Andy and No, bit. Who was that?
Somebody stood. That was a Husqvarna caught in somebody's back wheel there, by the looks of it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see those numbers. Charlie Hucklebridge is one of them.
Is the other one Fabian Junior Morrison?
No, it's rider 24, Cole Nally.
Yes.
So there we go.
So race leaders already into the trees, and it is the 418 of Drew Stock.
Yeah.
Look over the shoulder and a pull of the roll off as he comes to the end of lap 1, and he will be the Planet Moto first lap leader for this second RFX 125 race. Quite
an advantage, Phil, when the rain starts to come down and you get a clean run.
Another thing, that's Harry Keats and the 433 of Oakley Kettle. So they've had a coming together. So Keat, the ex-BMX champion, he's ended up on the floor. The race leader then, Drew Stock, getting himself away at the front. Well, and we did see a change. Richmond up to 2nd, so he's past Waggett. So the number 30 on the S. Briggs Transport Yamaha is going to start chasing down the 418 of Drew Stock, and this is for the overall.
Oh, wow. If anybody is amped, it's rider number 30 on the S. Briggs Yamaha. He knows the implications of this. He feels a little bit hard done by after that first moto, and he knows if he makes a move on it, retribution. Not only will he take the race win, he'll actually take the overall as well. So it's all on the line here between these two.
Be interesting to see who takes the Phoenix Tools fastest lap in this one. Whether it's the chaser here, the number 30 of Charlie Richmond, or the chasee of Drew Stock. Waggett under pressure for 4th then. Harry Lee having a great ride, 5th in the championship here today, and he's all over the back of championship leader Waggett, although we did see
Hayden Stat has dropped down that early lap, so he's gone down to 9th.
He's having not a great day.
No, I was surprised in the winner's circle how disgruntled he was.
Yeah.
I know he didn't. He had a tip off. But
Waggett's down.
Waggett at the same time not feeling it.
No, that was all his own crash. So wheels coming off for some of these fancied runners. We saw Wagger go down at Camera in similar circumstances where he had a little bit of an assist, but that was all his own work there, and Lee did well to avoid being straight at the scene of the accident. But it's the race leaders, this is what we want to see. So is Stock going to start riding tight? Is he going to let Richmond have a look and follow him home? Is Richmond going to try and make a little bit of contact as a payback for race one?
I'm intrigued, Phil, to see how they're both going to handle this, because there will be a degree of red mist coming down inside Charlie Richmond's crash helmet, and Drew is perfectly aware of that. There was tension at the winner's circle. Is he riding a bit too defensive, the leader, knowing that Charlie's right there?
I think he is, and I'm wondering whether he'll do you give him the chance to go, okay, if you want to lead, mate, you have your go, and I'll be the one, and I'll sit back on the back of you? Or is he just going to keep his head down, look over the shoulder? He knows he's there now, so so this is Richmond's chance to strike.
A lot of people would think that's actually a bad move to let him by, but it's not. We've heard the likes of Carmichael Stewart in AMA commentary saying, and the amount of races that Ricky won, actually, I'm confident enough to let him go, let him lead for a bit, put him under pressure and follow his line. So race tactics might come into play.
I may think we may have had Wagger on the floor in that other corner. We'll have a look, but here we have it all. Stock shows him the outside of the track there, stops the cutback from Richmond. So this is already cat and mouse. Well, with only 5 minutes into the race.
If you didn't watch the first moto, that's where Stock made the move on Richmond. So he's acutely aware of that line. Something's just kicked off here at the track. It sounds like thunder. I don't know what's going on outside. If you can hear that through our, we apologise. It's either that or somebody's just rolled in on a Harley.
Yeah, I think it's a load of Harleys was pulled in or something. Great attendance here at the track today, apparently.
Yes.
And again, look, this Dirt Store MXGB-TV live stream, absolutely fantastic to do. Bringing motocross to a wider audience, but nothing beats being at the track. Nothing beats being at the track, and we're bringing you all the action, but we can only show you what our cameras can see. And as a result of that,
if you're sat on your sofa, you can't smell a 125 going up the nostrils right now. So that's another reason for coming out.
Stock having another look over his shoulder. And this race is already turning into cat and mouse. Is this going to play into Harry Lee's hands?
This is, there's tactics going on here already. I can tell you what, I know there's a rider out there. The rider in second is probably getting more and more amped under that crash helmet every lap that goes by. Right, let's check on the other. Harry Lee is still in third. Hayden Stat up to fourth now. LP Gillis Green in fifth. Lucas Moncrief for sixth. Waggett now up to seventh. So back on the move.
Yeah, so that little crash of Waggett obviously cost him a few positions, and all of a sudden the ground has stopped shaking. So the local chapter of the Hells Angels has moved on. I don't know who it was, but it just certainly sounded like that, Jeff, didn't it?
Absolutely.
So here we go. Stock is blocking every move that Richmond throws at him. This was where it was last time. Stock just needs to get his head down and have a go here, I think, and see if he can put a couple of seconds in. He's going to stop in the middle of the turn here, let Richmond have the line. No, he's not. That was nice, actually.
It's interesting.
Another look.
Interesting, Phil, because you obviously had Justin in for the previous moto. Justin is Charlie's coach.
Yes, he is.
And I don't know what he said on air, but he clearly said to Charlie between motos, just like, that's been and gone, focus on it. Don't get caught up in the emotion of it, basically.
Exactly. So Stock then still leads. Richmond in close attendance. Lee third, then we've got back Hayden Statland up to fourth, and then it's Alfie Geddes Green, Lucas Moncrief, Waggett seventh, Spratt in eighth, and then Fabian Junior Morrison ninth, and Zane Stevens, the teammate of our second place man, he is there in 10th position.
There's a good little battle going on track. Maybe we can pitch for these two, obviously, while we got these two.
We can't stop watching this.
No, but just to let you know, there's also a really good battle going on between Alfie Geddes Green in fifth and Lucas Moncrief. There's not much between those two either. So some good little individual battles going on out on track, Bill.
The fact that we've not seen Richmond put a wheel in yet. Oh, look over the shoulder. Richmond's going to have a run down the inside. No, he's not. Start just so.
Stock is he's riding so defensive. You have to wonder how long he can ride like that, though.
So now I think this is where Richmond just needs to send this, because Stock is making it clear that he's not going to concede any part of the track to Richmond. He's got a decent lead all of a sudden. If he has a look back now, because Stock is making it clear that he's not going to concede any part of the track to Richmond. He's got a decent lead all of a sudden. If he has a look back now and gets his head down, this is where he can beat race.
Yes, they are.
And we've got no favourites in this one. We just want to see a good race. We want to see the guy in second pass the bloke for the lead, so we can then cheer for the bloke that was in the lead. That's how I always like to think of it. And a good bar-to-bar battle. But Stock there just showing the outside of the track to Charlie Richmond, maybe a little bit too much for my liking at this stage of the race. And there's the battle then with Lee and Hayden Stat.
Yeah, Hayden Stat is closing in pretty quick now. Well, no, Harry Lee last time around actually he only lost a couple of tenths to Stat, so Hayden is slowly reeling him in. But we apologise if you want to see other riders, but we're a battle this intense at the top. We don't want to miss this.
A rider down somewhere and a yellow flag has been pulled in.
Yeah, sounds like
Drew
somebody...
Stock needs to be getting the hurry up from Dad Mickey, because he's going to be at the side of the track. Mentioned that it's Father's Day today, Jeff.
Yeah, so, what a nice gift.
So for all of the riders out there and the fathers and mums that support them all, a hat tip for all the work that they put in on this day. Nice to get a message from my offsprings. And I'm sure a few other people have done the same as well. There is Harry Lee, so that's still a good ride for him. The number 17 on the Fantic. Bit of a sleeper in this class for me. 5th in the championship, riding really well.
Yes, he is. He obviously rode particularly well in the arena cross as well. He is a bit of an indoor specialist, so it's good to see him matching that now and bringing his motocross skill set up to speed.
So we need to go back to the battle at the front, because that is tightening up. As much as this is good to see, we need to be seeing what's happening at the front. If Richmond was all over Drew Stock.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was closer than he's ever been, last up around. So we're trying to... He's on him. He just appeared in the other... I've just seen on another one of our monitors. So if we go back to the leaders, Richmond is really applying heat now. It must be close as the rain continues to come down. It's eased off a bit. As looks like Stats made the move. Yeah, has he? No, not quite. He's thinking about it. Yeah, he's got the job done. So let's go back. I'm thinking by our event commentator, I can hear out of the booth here that something's happening at the sharp end of the field. But not quite, because Stock still holds it. He must have got close, Charlie Richmond.
Yeah, we can hear the circuit commentator in the background, and he's obviously seeing something that we're not. So props to our director in the other in the trailer. We're like, there's something going on in the front. Hey, we're back. It's still great racing, and Richmond has indeed closed the gap back up. He was out to like 10 bike lengths, Jeff, and now he's right on him.
He's clearly got the pace, and he just can't get by.
Yeah.
It's just, he literally every time drops back, catches him back up again at wheel.
That was nice.
Just can't make the move stick, and Drew is making himself so wide. Again, look, this is real cat and mouse. I tell you, Charlie will be getting so frustrated under that crash helmet.
How many more years have we got of this?
Good is what I say. Let's have more of it.
So this time Richmond goes to the outside. Stock blocked him on the other side the lap before. So Richmond then going round the outside. He's going to cut back. Yes, he does a nice cut back, but not close enough.
Now, how patient can you be? Like, sooner or later, his fuse is going to break sooner or later. He's going to have to run it in there with Drew riding all these protective lines.
13 minutes and a bit gone. And it's still the leaders separated by less than a second. Stats up to third, with Lee now a little bit further back in fourth. What's the gap back to third? Is Hayden Stat done with this, do you think? These two people slowing each other up. Is Hayden Stat going to have a run at them?
8 seconds is a lot to make up. We've got 6:22 to go. I'm not saying Hayden can't, because these two, if anything,
these are actually slowing.
They're slowing each other up. Well, obviously Drew's riding perspective. And with a clear run, Stat might be able to make it a three-way. battle.
There's the gap then. We'll see Stack coming into shot any second
Now he's cleared
There
Harry
he is.
Lee. Well, to be honest, you're absolutely right, Phil. That gap is going to come down. Now he's got clear real estate.
Yeah.
Because he was stuck a little while there behind, so he's now made that move and got into third past Harry Lee.
Oh, that was tricky. That he just locked the back wheel up, stopped in the turn, took away Richmond's momentum, and all of a sudden he's got a 5 bike length lead. That needs to be putting hammered. Oh, I thought he'd gone down there, Jeff.
If anybody watched the first race, and we hope you did, and you saw the winner's circle, to say there was a bit of tension in the air is an understatement. If it stays like this, Phil, I'm not sure I would. Do you want to go and do the winner's circles?
I've read my contract, and there's nothing in that about winner's circle interviews, mate. This is all on you.
I'm not sure I want to get between these lot.
But look, fantastic racing, and if you're enjoying it here on Dirt Store, MXGB-TV, remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube feed. That really helps us out, and if you're watching on FIM Live TV, please share out the link to that. Welcome to all of our European viewers on FIM TV. Great to be part of your package, and bringing you the round 3 of the Motul ACU British Championship here from Blaxhall in Suffolk. We're in the southeast of England, quite close to the coast. Stock making a nice move through those back markers there, Jeff, and he's put a couple of guys between himself and Charlie Richmond, and I think that all of a sudden the man from Northampton has started to maybe he's had a look. Now he needs to go now.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a gap to work with now, and I would agree with you there, Phil. He's road protective, frustrated Charlie no end. But look at this. Just like we said before, Charlie has got the pace. He can just close back in on him in an instant, but he's got to try and find a way by. And right now, we are only 4 minutes to go. So for 15 minutes, pretty much, Drew Stock has road defensive.
Yeah, and fair to say that Hayden Stack did not make any ground on that lap, so he's done in terms of being part of it, getting to be part of this battle. It's a 2-rider fight for the win. Charlie Richmond then, I think he's now just applying the pressure to Drew Stock, and we're going to come to 2 laps to go, and we're going to see who's prepared to get the elbows out.
I think Drew also is physically a bit bigger, just in stature than Harry. So Charlie. So Charlie's going to have to, if there is going to be a physical contact kind of move, you're going
to have to make it count, aren't you?
Yeah.
But they're getting into the faster tail enders now, so these guys, if they're not careful, are going to get held up. But back marker there just dropping out the way nicely, and Stock went, like I say, no win in this championship so far, and then he took race 1 today, and this will be his first overall.
Top 10, Christopher Brindley again rounding out the top 10. He was 10th in qualifying.
Yeah.
I think he was 10th in the first race.
He was.
And he's 10th in this one. So that's where you can see them on your leaderboard there. That's how the top 10 currently sit. Ryan Waggett now up to 5th. But as it stays as it is, his slender championship lead is going to be no more.
Yeah, that's already gone. And it's the battle for the lead. Stock looks across, moves over on Richmond. Richmond's going to try and put him down the inside. Oh, this is...
I can honestly say, hand on heart, I'm apprehensive about going to do these winner's circles.
Yeah. So Richmond goes wide. There's no cutback there, though. He can't get on the inside line.
No, that track's developed earlier on in the first race. Of course, Drew had the opportunity to use that line. That's now blown out. Blown out. So Charlie doesn't have that luxury of repeating or doing the same move on Drew as Drew did to him. So,
do we have a fastest lap? I think it's called fastest lap of this one, because I think it's likely to be neither of these two guys. I think Hayden Statt's got a chance at that one. Oh, a bit of a mistake there from Statt, spun the rear up.
Well, Charlie is showing, I think, as the quickest lap.
Yeah.
With a 2:04.269 compared with Drew's 2:05.193. That was last lap around as well, by the way.
Yeah. So this pace then, it's going to be 3 to go with minute 14 on the clock as they come across the line. They'll get 2 laps next time by, so we're now getting down to the business end of this second RFX 125 ACU British Motocross Championship leg.
Yeah, quickest lap of the race was Charlie with a 2:02 earlier on in the race. So yeah, he gets the Phoenix Tools, the rider in second. So we know he's got the pace. He keeps coming up to the rear wheel, trying it, not being able to get past, dropping back. And of course he's getting filled in all the while because a bit of rain's come down, so his goggles are getting filled in.
Drew Stock not looking rattled though, I'll give him that.
Oh, he's handled in the pressure exceptionally well. You can't, I mean, say what you want. You know, he's fended this lead for 15, 16 minutes.
Oh, he's going to give the shout there to the number 24.
Yeah, was it Cole Nally?
Cole Nally there.
Oh, Cole was, early on when we saw that crash.
Getting tight down into the railway turn. Stock then gets out over there nicely. He didn't make a good job of this the last lap by. And he didn't get over these rollers very well either. It looks to me like all of a sudden he's starting to get a little bit of a wriggle on. So is Richmond.
Well, he'd have to, yeah.
There's a back marker down here, then is this going to be... Well, Stock's going to follow. Oh!
Again, he's smart riding there, Phil, because he knew he had to protect that inside. Yeah. But, you know, lap riders are going to be an issue here for Drew Stock. He's the first to come up against them, and he's also trying to protect the line, the rider behind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got to have eyes and sensors everywhere if he's going to hold on to this lead as they come through lap traffic.
2 to go then as they come across the line next time, and
he's looking at him. He's just...
Here we go. Is he going to have a dive down the inside through the trees? Not quite. Stock's moved across as he's entitled to do. But there will come a point where Richmond's just going to go, nah, I've had enough of this, mate. And he's going to get his elbows out.
Well, he's had nigh on 20 minutes of it, Phil, at this point. Frustration is growing.
So, for the observant of you there, you'll notice that the yellow flag goes out off the circuit on the top of that bridge. The marshal there, the last man on the post, giving the guy doing the checkered flag the signal that the leaders are approaching. You can see that at so many circuits. Wow. Outs out, no end as well. So stop then, 2 to go. Richmond all over the back of him on the Esprit.
I'm just thinking, watching this. I'll tell you, anyway, I'm trying to find the adjective for what you've been watching. Intriguing is one. It's been an interesting dynamic and battle between these two. The 2 lap borders come out. Obviously the clock is ticking down. Just 2 laps to go now for Charlie Richmond. He's gonna have to roll the dice in a spectacular way in a minute if he wants to win this race, and with it the overall, remember, whoever wins out of these 2 currently in the position that they are is going to win the event.
And this is a big win for either of these guys, because that's what they're after. Obviously Ryan Waggett, winner of our first round, Jamie Keith, winner of the second round. Neither of these guys have won this yet, so they're both there. You can see how close this is on screen. There's literally a bike length between them as they come down through the Stasic loop here. So this is where Richmond succumbed to Stock in the first one. Hayden Stack now almost 20 seconds adrift, Jeff, as well. So a long way back to the man from the northeast.
Wow, let's get to... God, that was so close. Phil, I don't actually want to leave to go up to the winner's circle for 2 reasons. A, I don't want to get in the middle of these 2.
Looking back
and
there.
Secondly, I don't want to miss the last lap. But I'm going to have to make my way up there in a minute.
I think you could probably get away with watching this. And by the time they finish falling out with each other, you'll be just about there.
Yeah, maybe I should avoid. I mean, the tension's going to be palpable when we get up there. Whatever the outcome of this, it's going to be an intriguing and interesting conversation with these 2. Okay, I'm going to make my way up there. I shall listen to your commentary in my ear, Phil, and see what happens. Who I'm going to be talking to as the winner? Well, we got 1 lap to find out.
So it is Drew Stott then that takes them into this final lap of Moto 2 of our RFX 125 championship race, battling for the overall with the number 30 S-Briggs Yamaha of Charlie Richmond. These guys have been separated by less than a second for pretty much the whole of this moto, and it's coming down to this now. Can the number 30 get in and get a pass made? Stock has to go wide around the outside of that back marker, nicely over that jump, and he's going to run around the outside. Richmond makes a big mistake there, comes to the inside and gets caught out. Is this going to be enough? And he's caught up behind the back markers. Stock's going to have a look now, as he know he's not. If Stock loses this now, he's only got himself to blame, because that's a sizable lead for the final lap. He just needs to get his head down. Richmond's tried everything, but Racecraft, nicely done there. So over those 2 steps. Half a lap to go for Drew Stock. Where's Richmond? He's further back than he's been for pretty much the last 10 laps. Stock, then, is he going to have a look over his shoulder, or has he just pulled the pin? I think he's pulled the pin, and we might even see the fastest lap of the race. Right, they're right round the pond for the final time. Here he is, the 4:18, Drew Stock, the man who took his first moto victory earlier on today, and he leaps up the step into the Apico loop here. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. He's got to fight his way through. Where's Richmond? Stock's had a look. He's managed to get by one. There's another one there. Where's Richmond? Is he close enough to be a factor? No, he's not. Oh, Stock's right close. Oh, he's coming. It's not going to be enough. Last corner then. No, it's got 5 lengths now. It is going to be a second moto victory then for the 418 of Drew Stock. He will take victory in Moto 2 and the overall. Richmond does not look an happy bunny there, and I think he's got every right to be. He had a few goes at Drew Stock, and Stock just blocked him off. And but to pole put that win, he's just put himself in the track where he needs to be. And then the time came with 2 laps to go. He's not giving Richmond a shot at him. That was a good ride then from Drew Stock. Props to Charlie Richmond for pushing him so hard. A distant third for Hayden Statt, and I'm sure that he will be disappointed to come across the line again in third place. Harry Lee, an excellent 4th for him, and that will cement his position in the championship. Ryan Waggett is the man that we've not been seeing at the sharp end. So Waggett's across the line in 5th, then it'll be Alfie Geddes Green 6th. A good 7th for Lucas Moncrief on the 3 float Yamaha, and then it will be Zane Stevens, the teammate to second place man Charlie Richmond in the S. Briggs Commercials Yamaha team. And then we've got Lewis Spratt, and your top 10 finisher is Chris Brindley. We're going to take a quick ad break, and then we'll be back with Jeff in the winner's circle.
This is Dirt Store, your online one-stop shop for off-road essentials. All the latest products from the top motorsports brands. Gear, bike parts, protection and accessories. Whether it's an upgrade for you or your bike, Dirt Store has it all.
Right, here we are in the winner's circle. Like buses, wins, they take ages to come along, and then all of a sudden you get 2 in one sitting. Drew Stock, I think it's fair to say that you can handle pressure. I mean, you had 20 minutes there of constant pressure from Charlie Richmond, but mate, what a solid performance. You know, you just kept your cool. You got, I mean, to win on Father's Day as well. Dad's over there. What a special weekend for you.
Yeah, it was mega. Like, it's all about the start. If he was in front of me off the start, he may have left me. He was definitely faster, but he had to come past me, didn't he?
You got to do what you got to do to win, and I mean, it was a smart, calculated ride. I mean, you never seemed to remotely fluster. You were conscious. We saw you looking around a lot. It takes a lot of skill, particularly coming into those back markers as well. Did you start to get nervous as you're coming into those tail enders?
Yeah, definitely nervous for them. Sometimes they want to move, sometimes don't know where they're going. Just, I was looking over my shoulder, didn't know where he was. Yeah, just depending on where I was going. But I keep saying, stop looking over your shoulder. Everyone keeps telling me, but
in that situation, it worked just fine. Yeah. I think just we know that you're capable of it. You know, you've proved that this year, you've stepped it up, but I don't think it's really sunk in fully yet. Of course it wouldn't. I mean, you've just gone 1-1 and won your first ever British Championship meeting. I mean, you've got to be on cloud 9.
Yeah, buzzing. Never even done that before. No.
So
track was mega, a bit bumpy, but yeah.
What a great way to lead into Matley next week as well, because you're racing in the EMX there, so your confidence is probably at an all-time high.
Yeah, definitely.
So anybody you want to thank? Said Dad's here, it's Father's Day, there's loads of people on your shirt. Let's give them an honourable name check, because without them I'm sure you wouldn't be in the position that you are.
Yeah, Reeford's Transport, fixing the camper that broke down. Goswell, he helps out big time. Goggle Tech for the goggles, Lifeline Ancillaries, he helps out, and happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yeah, fair play to you. Well done, young man. Good stuff. Okay, Drew's going to go off and celebrate. Amazing. Talk about doing it in style and like I said, handling the pressure. Charlie, if we can bring you in, you don't have to bring the bike over necessarily, but if you want, come on over. Just having a debrief there with Dad and his trainer, Justin. Let's get the bike in though, obviously for the team. Anyway, you fancy, Charlie, and I'll work around you. Okay. So, just like the first race, mate, I'm not going to sort of sugarcoat. Obviously, you're disappointed. We know that. You had the pace that time. Not necessarily going to delve too much into that race unless you want to. On the positive side of it, championship-wise, we'll have a different colour plate on next time around.
Yeah, I mean, championship sort of things, it's kind of good, but it's not what I want, but it's what it is. I know I'm the fastest on track then, but you just got to keep plugging away, I guess.
Yeah, just very quickly, you might not delve into it too much, but Justin, your trainer, was straight there, obviously offering you some advice. It's clearly frustrating because you know you're the quickest, but I guess, you know, looking at the bigger picture, you've got to take that on board and learn from it, because we could see the frustration really from even watching on the screen. You were trying everything, just couldn't find the way by.
Yeah, Justin's been a massive help for me through over my years, sorting my technique out and that. And I mean, I'm riding well, but it just is what it is. Just come back at the next round. I mean, I've got the red plate now, so exactly. It's all good.
Well, listen, mate, you also at Matley next week? At the EMX? Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you, and I want to thank everyone who supports me.
Yeah, good stuff. Go and get yourself scrubbed up. There you go. A hard-fought second place this year. Give it everything he got. But most importantly, he's going to go away in a strong position in the championship. Let's bring in third place in that moto. And I guess we'll be third overall on the day. Hayden Stat. Hayden's just getting his goggles prepped and doing everything right, like a pro. Would you like to see that? Come on in, mate. Obviously, first one, spoke to you was frustrated. I'm guessing you're still frustrated. Maybe not quite as much, but again, it was a hard-fought moto, but they just got away from you at the start.
Yeah, the gate flinched and I hit it.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah,
saw that
it didn't drop, so already off a setback, and from last to third, it's not too bad, but...
That's a good ride, dude.
It's alright. We'll work on it and we'll come into the next round swinging.
But that's the point, isn't it? Like, you know, we're only 3 rounds in. It's a long championship. You're still very much in the hunt. You know, and it's your first year in the class. So if you break it all down, as much as you're disappointed now, it's a long old road. So you've got to be pleased, roughly, in the grand scheme of things, where you're at.
Yeah, I'm happy with the pace I'm showing, but I just need to get the result going, because same with AMX, I've got the pace to run top 10, but I just can't get it done.
You'll get there, because we remember that this kid was dynamite on the 85 out of the gauge. Get that old form back, dude, and you're away with it. Anybody you want to thank? You've got obviously a lot of good people that support you.
Mr. Dig, Manchester Motorcycles, Plus Tyres, Yes Goggles, Armour Vision, FTS for my suspension.
It's a good job they're on the shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. And Mick Godger, he's a legend. He always helps us out. He's been there since day one.
Well, good stuff, mate. Well done.
RFX, before I get wrong for not mentioning them.
There's always something you forget. Don't worry about it. They'll let you off. Good luck at Matley next week. Hope it all goes well for you.
Thank you.
There you go. There's Hayden Stat getting third in the race and third over on the day. We're going to